and welcome to my video for the 4th stage in the latest Lords Mobile Limited Challenge Tarkus Past. Now this stage is really difficult. You've got huge clusters of enemies. The last stage has a lot of enemy backups as well, and these are all of like heroes that are in the game but in like a shadow form, and it is just so difficult. Now as you can see from the enemies, I've only got information for the boss. There's lots of other enemies that you'll encounter. Why he's the only one, I don't know. And your requirement is the same as before. You must bring a vengeful centaur. Now the team that I've chosen here is free to play somehow, because it's just such an awful stage. Lots of trial and error trying to find the perfect team that actually works, and I've come across this one that I managed to defeat the stage with. And we've got Tracker for her higher damage output, Incinerator for her stun capabilities, Child of Light for his shield and stun capabilities. Well, and obviously you're going to want Prima Donna for her healing.
Is this real life?
Right, let's kick this off. The first part of this stage, Vengeful Centaur, is absolutely useless. He loses his health so quickly, and it's absolutely infuriating. You're going to want to use your hero's ultimates as soon as you get them to try and stop him from dying. Good grief! And it really doesn't matter what hero lineup you use, because it happens with all of them. So anyhow, be very vigilant with your healing, and when you get to this second part of the stage, and I'll finish ranting about the Vengeful Centaur, you're going to want to use Child of Light to stun these 3 blue sort of thin creatures, because they will attack Prima Donna and they will drain her health pretty quickly. So make sure you stun them with Child of Light to stop her from dying. Use other heroes' ultimates to attack them as well to defeat them as quickly as possible, and once you've thinned the crowd down, all should be manageable. Now the last part of the stage, you've got the boss, and you're probably going to think, oh, I want to unload all my ultimates on him. Don't! There are enemy reinforcements. Now don't use Tracker, use Incinerator first, and then when you get the shade back up, that is when you're going to want to use Tracker. Try and keep your hero's health as high as possible, and when these shadows get into the stage as well, they immediately get to use their ultimates, so they can deal a ton of damage to you. When you get Tracker's ability again, target the what's her name again? Death Archer. I use her so little, I can barely remember her name, she's rubbish. Save ultimates for the healthiest shadows so you can deal a lot of damage to them. They don't have a whole lot of health, but they do hit really hard. They're not like shadow Pokemon, really. My flipping rage is burning pretty bright too! And there you go, that's the stage in all its delightfulness. So, a lot of takeaway notes here. First stage, you're going to want to get them ultimates off, especially Prima Donna's, as soon as you can, because Vengeful Centaur dies so quickly. It's like he says, none can defeat me. Are you sure about that, mate? Then on the second part of the stage, use Child of Light stun capabilities to get the blue thin creatures to the left, so then they cannot damage Prima Donna. Don't worry about Tracker, she can handle herself and she can use her ultimate to defeat the one near her anyway. And make sure you use ultimates that are targeting them blue thin creatures to defeat them quicker, so Prima Donna will be safe. And then on the last stage, save your ultimates when the backups appear. Don't use them on Steam, but use Incinerator first on the Lockfin one. Then Tracker on Shade because he will do a ton of damage. And then just try and save one ultimate for each shadow and you should get through the stage perfectly fine. Jeez, that was so tough. Good luck, you're gonna need it.